Shalom, Kal Halayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, out there laboring and doing this work in truth and sincerity. And this is Brother Rod Kagama coming at you with another lesson. And I'm just going into, this term anti-Semitic, which really should be anti-Shemitic, because to be Shemitic, or as they call it, Semitic, means you come from the line of Shem. And the thing about it is, us being the Israelites, the real Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we actually come from the line of Shem, but was made to believe by being deceived over the course of being put in slavery and what have you, that we were of the line of Ham, But those that believe on the prophecies, according to the scriptures, and know that we're Israelites, we know that we actually come from the line of Shem. Esau, Edom, being Jacob's brother, also comes from the line of Shem, as well as Ishmael, as well as Moab and Ammon, the Assyrians, the Persians, the Elamites, and so forth, all come from Shem. So in order to actually be anti-Shemitic, you would have to be against all the descendants of the sons of Shem in order to be fully anti-Semitic. So therefore, this isn't an accurate term to fit these Amalekites, because that's really what these Israeli Jews really come from the line of Amalek, which is also one of the sons of Esau. Okay, so this is Genesis 36:12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. Okay, so Amalek is a descendant of these Edomites, which is the so-called white man of day. And the so-called Jews, pretty much are part of the Rothschilds, who also claim Ashkenazi Jewish descent. The people also that's over in the land of Israel that don't belong there. Okay? That's why the scriptures say, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. This is Exodus 17:14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put the remembrance of Amalek from under. Salakia, let me read that again. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. All right, because Amalek, along with the rest of Esau's line, is going to be put completely out of remembrance, from heaven, from the earth, pretty much, because after Esau and the other nations serve 1,000 years of slavery, Esau is going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth. There will be none remaining in the house of Esau, pursuant to the book of Obadiah. So, let's see. This is Jeremiah 14:2. Judah, Yahweh, the tribe of Judah, which is the actual name for, where they get the word Jew from, which was just a byword for, the real Judites, you know, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. All right. So let's take a look at that word black onto the ground in the Hebrew. So I don't know why it went to that precept, but trying to go here. And the word there for black is quadar. It says to mourn, to be dark, to cause to mourn, black, dark, blackish, to be ashy, i.e. dark colored, by implication to mourn in sackcloth or sordid garments, blackish. But basically the point being dark colored, because the tribe of Judah, which is also where our Lord Yahushua came out of through the line of David, through his father Joseph, was also from the tribe of Judah, which disqualifies the image of Caesar Borgia, who they coined to be Jesus. That discredits that whole image. Which is another thing that these Amalekites, are guilty of, along with the rest of the nation of Edom, who benefited off of blaspheming Yahushua's image, to deceive the whole world and to deceive us into thinking that they were the chosen people of the Lord. This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. All right. So we discontinue from our heritage, and these Amalekites, which come from the line of Esau, Edom, claimed our heritage. They stole our heritage. It gave us the title of just being Negroes, being so-called Africans, being so-called Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and so forth, while they stole our entire heritage and as well as our land. Okay. This is Revelation 2:9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Okay? So, Most High, as well as Yahushua, calls these Amalekites the chief house of Satan, who commit blasphemy by even claiming to be, of the tribe of Judah, which basically they represent the chief house of Satan. Okay. So I'm going to give one more precept and I'm going to close this thing out. There it is. And when actually, you know what? Let me go to the precept, and I'm gonna read just a little bit more above that, just for a little bit more edification. All right, this is Numbers 24 and 16. This is going back to when the king of Moab wanted Balaam to prophesy against the nation of Israel when they were making their way to the promised land of the land of Israel, or the land of Canaan. Okay, and basically he wanted to curse our people from being prosperous. Okay, it says he has said, which heard the words of the Most High and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance by having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. Okay? Which is talking about Yahushai, and talking about, pretty much Moab is going to be another nation that's going to be subdued, as well as all the rest of the nations under the Israelites, when the kingdom of heaven is established. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. Because right now, while Esau is in rulership, Amalek is really the one that's calling the shots. They're the ones at the top. The Rothschild family, pretty much claim Ashkenazi Jewish descent, which is an oxymoron because the Ashkenaz originally come from the line of Japhet. So you can't really claim to be Ashkenaz, which is of the line of Japheth, as well as being Shemitic, or as they call it, Semitic, at the same time. Okay? And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. All right? So these Edomites is going to come to their latter end. Once they're put in captivity and serve 1,000 years of slavery, they're going to be destroyed off the face of the earth. Okay? Yep. This is the book of Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Because of all the crimes that these Edomites done against us, the children of Israel, that's the reason why they're all going to be cut off forever. And I just read in Genesis of, the Amalekites being the descendant of Esau. Okay? In the day that thou sittest on their side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, which is the time we're in now. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, basically being in the land of Israel, defiling our land, and claiming, our heritage, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So once 1,000 years is up of you Edomites, as well as, the Amalek, you fake Jews being put in slavery, y'all gonna be as if y'all never existed. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, the true house of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. Okay? So the house of Jacob and the house of Joseph for a flame, that's all Israel coming together, because it's going to be a time where, in the kingdom of heaven, you Edomites is going to be exterminated, and we're all going to get together and exterminate you. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. Okay? So, with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakar Kodash, double honors to the Apostle Elders Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, Mother Hopeful Elect, doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.